Jennifer, tonight we saw in North Carolina a congressional district that Donald Trump won by 12 points. The Republicans struggling to win it, and at this point winning it by about 2 points.
Correct. There's some 32 districts, I think, that are less favorable to Republicans than that. So I think their chances of winning back the House are infinitesimal. And as a result, I think you're going to see a lot more Republican resignations. That, in turn, I think is going to open up all sorts of possibilities in Texas and other places. We've already seen a batch of Republicans from Texas decide to throw in the towel. So the House situation could actually get worse for Republicans in 2020.
Jason, the Republicans do have a difficult map when they look at the House of Representatives. They have a difficult map when they look at the presidency. But the Senate is the place where the Republicans should believe that there's a way for them to hang on. It does look like there's a way for them to hang on. How much should the Democrats be concentrating in what they're trying to achieve next year in taking back that Senate and getting Mitch McConnell out of that majority leader job?
Ground zero should be Georgia. Look, you essentially have two seats. You can go after Purdue, and there's an open seat because Isaacson has just said he's not running next year. The Democrats need to spend as much time and money as they can in that state. With the amount of attention that's been paid to voter fraud and voter suppression, it's now going to be much harder for Brian Kemp, the governor, to suppress votes there, and that is a great opportunity for them. And I know that people don't want to hear this, they need to give up the fantasy of better or work running in Texas. He's not going to run. He would have to declare by sometime in January. He's made it very clear that he's going to stay in the presidential race. But Georgia, I would say, needs to be ground zero for Democrats. They'll probably pick up that seat in Colorado. We don't know what's going to happen in Maine, but that is a purple state where they can actually end up making a difference and possibly flipping Georgia to being a Democratic state this fall. So there's optimism to be had if Democrats want to spend the time, the money, and find good candidates.
And Jennifer, one of the signs of lack of Republican Party confidence is canceling presidential primaries now that Donald Trump has three declared Republican opponents who want to run in primaries against him. You would think they would want to show off just how strong Donald Trump is in trying to secure his second Republican presidential nomination.
Even Vladimir Putin holds elections. So, I mean, I really find it hard to believe that he's at once so powerful and so dominant, and on the other hand, doesn't want to run against either of these, or actually there are three of them now, candidates out there. So I think it's bad for a couple reasons. One of the ways you get information on voters and pump up turnout in the general election is by getting them all excited during the primary run. They're throwing that opportunity away. They're essentially saying, well, we don't know who all these other people might be in the state, but we're just going to go back to the lists that we had in 2016. That's ridiculous. At the same time, there's going to be this Democratic primary where no one knows how it's going to come out, or if they say they do, they really don't. And it's going to be excitement, and it's going to pump up those numbers. I would also say to what Jason said, that the other state to keep an eye on is Arizona. That was also a state in which a Democrat won last time. You have the husband of Gabby Giffords, who is running for the McSally seat. And that is another state where you see the creepy, crawly diminishment of the Republican advantage there. So keep an eye on Arizona, too.
Yeah, and there's already polls showing Mark Kelly ahead of McSally in Arizona. We'll be watching that one. Jennifer Rubin, Jason Johnson, thank you both for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.